Good morning. It's our first morning at the chateau, and we are off to breakfast. Breakfast is ready at 10. She asked us yesterday what time we wanted breakfast, and I was like, is 10 too late? She's like, whenever you want. So off we go. Also, Mom, Lindsay, posted a bunch of pictures, and then her friends from 1994 are sending pictures of their group from 1994. So today we're going to look at ways we can recreate some of those photos and send them back to their group. And we're off! We're heading into Venice. San Marino, Rome, Firenze, Andorra, Jude, Lake Geneva, Chateau Guidillon, Paris, Belgium today, Amsterdam, Germany today, Wunderland, Neuschwanstein Castle. Welcome to Austria! Welcome to Italy! Welcome to France! Welcome to Andorra! Welcome to Switzerland! Welcome to Belgium! Welcome to the Netherlands! Welcome to Germany! Woo! Of course, everything's at the farmhouse, right? You can only make that comparison.
We're built, what, 100 years apart?
200. But still, it doesn't get old walking around at the chateau. It's so lovely. The birds woke us up this morning. Well, they didn't wake us up, but the birds greeted us this morning. Bright sunshine. So this morning we're greeted with a personalized breakfast. We've got all the trimmings, all the fixins. It's very exciting. And we're going to eat on the lovely patio. And there was a deer out here this morning, she said, just frolicking about over here in the orchard. Same place it was where we were eating dinner last night. But we have this lovely table set for us out here. It's very nice. It's so peaceful and quiet. Just birds chirping and bugs buzzing.
We didn't have food like this last time I was here.
Yeah. I should make a compilation of all those. We didn't. I haven't been this clean. I didn't have food like this. So we've got, each of us got something very similar. Some eggs, some breads, different kinds of bread, all kinds of jams. This is a fig jam made from figs that are from a tree just down the hill. Everybody got some kind of juice. What'd you make? Hot cocoa.
Well, I had hot cocoa, and I didn't like it, so I chugged it.
And now you're having OJ in the same cup. Yes. Nice. And we don't know what Noah's eating.
It's a white peach.
It's like a peach that has no fuzz. And it's crunchier than a peach. I'll ask what it is. I have no idea what it is. Huh.
I've gotten this 3 times in a row at the wrong supermarket.
Oh, have you? Oh, that's
I
funny.
keep getting not a peach and I keep getting this.
You have to get your or something over here. Too funny. Our intrepid explorers got 1 minute up the hill and realized it was hot. And so for like an hour, we just learned, they've been chilling here.
We couldn't find the trail. Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't find the trail.
Yeah, but also it was hot and the hammocks are better than
Hammocks are just perfect. Look at that. Whoa. Noah's gonna die. There we go.
Everyone look here.
It's the Muppet Show on hammocks. Muppets in hammocks. Noah's insulted. He's got an I'm insulted look on his face.
Noah always has an I'm insulted look on his face.
Damn, that's because one of those 2 have usually insulted me.
Did they say it was for dinner?
She asked me last night if we had a preference for a meal for tomorrow night, and I said, no preference, and then just let her know that we don't generally we don't eat fish. And then she said, okay, so it'll be a surprise. I said, yep. She said, okay, a surprise.
So surprise dinner again.
Surprise dinner again. Last night's dinner was quite lovely.
It was
Because, you know, we're in a chateau in France, so
and
even
we had
chicken,
lovely
like,
chateau food.
yeah, it's chicken and pork, but, you know, at a chateau in France. So we're going for a little walk today. Out.
So this driveway, 30 years ago, we leveled, and there's a picture that we'll show.
Oh yes, we got a bunch of pictures. We're going to be putting them on the screen.
My teammates and friends posted their pictures from what they remember. But this was all staked out, and we leveled it with shovels, and then I think, well, maybe they just poured the stone and we leveled the stone.
It looked like that in the pictures, yeah. And the reason I got the room we did is because Lindsay's told that driveway story for 20 years. 23 years. Well, 24 if you count the engagement. And I wanted to make sure that we had the most romantic room with a view of the driveway so that Lindsay could tell her story again. And look, there's our room with the
things pulled back on the 3rd floor.
3rd floor, yeah. 3rd floor room is us.
Which the boys' room seems lower when you look out the other window.
Yeah, it's funny. And then we do have permission to go check out the attic. I want to go check it out in the daylight. We checked it out last night.
But somewhere along here we discovered an aqueduct, and this might be it. That they used the original drainage, but it also may be down farther.
Yeah, that's looking pretty modern.
But as we were digging and leveling, we discovered a stone drainage.
Water management thing.
Yeah. And who knows if it was really ancient or not, but it was pretty cool to discover.
Well, it's probably original to the chateau anyway.
Yeah.
If not older. But it's beautiful. They mowed this morning, so of course it smells lovely. And the just the little stripy lines look, I mean, obviously that's a modern thing, but it looks beautiful. I grew up on a farm, so that makes me think of home. And actually, the whole place makes me think of home. Not so much the chateau,
similar,
but the farm building.
And a similar temperature and similar
similar trees and
grass.
Yeah. It's beautiful. And so that's the chateau behind us. It's cool.
These were coveted working spots because of the shade. And then if we talked too much, we were told we weren't allowed to talk while we worked.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a bit of
there was a bit of an, cultic like thing with this organization, but
oh, it's funny.
We ended up being a close team.
Yeah, well, I would imagine you went through something.
Went through the trauma together.
Oh, this is beautiful. Just a view up into the village. The village is Saint-Amour, means holy love. And actually, the gentleman who is the proprietor now said they renamed the chateau. It used to just be Chateau de Jude, and now they renamed it Chateau de Jude Saint-Amour, which means the Chateau of Jude, holy love. He was very specific in making sure we knew that.
It looks like the driveway needs to be redone again.
Well, it looks like it was paved at some point. That's pavement for sure, and then it's crumbled in spots. So I don't know if it was paved when you were here and you were just laying stuff.
So I think I don't remember honestly when it was paved or how long this would last.
Ooh, there's a pin oak. That's some solid wood right there. Not that anybody cares. I'm walking around like, what's his name? I'm walking around like Sir David Attenborough naming the trees. But anyway, they're all trees that we have in Pennsylvania. It's very pretty. Okay, we're walking. Thanks for sharing all your memories with our family.
I'm like all emotional. I don't know why.
It's really sweet.
Or it's like unspoken trauma. Who knows?
So just to unpack that a little bit, the organization they went with was a Christian organization that was really conservative, like King James Version, you have to wear a skirt, kind of conservative. But they went anyway because it was a neat experience. And everybody still talks about it 30 years later, like it was this,
Helena.
this voluntary trauma.
All the cultic things about it that I didn't like. Whatever.
It's so funny. So yeah, there's a little bit of that coming out.
I don't know if that's where this is coming from or just that. Anyway, it was a powerful summer, no matter how you look at it, negatively or positively.
And then here's the chapel. Oh,
so there was a church down the driveway and we didn't go to that?
You never went? Oh, funny.
We never left the car.
But this is the bells that have been ringing all morning. It's so beautiful. That's one of my favorite things about Europe. Is the bells ringing all the time. It's so cool.
I think the best part about that summer is I got to do it with Helena.
Yeah.
So we survived it together. And lived to tell about it.
And lived to tell. Oh wow, so they've repointed that building for sure. That's beautiful. And then there's the church. This is the town of Jude. Oh, are you serious? Oh, we got one ring. How lovely. And the road is obviously a main road now, where it may not have been in the past. So here you go. If you want to book a room, take a look.
Somewhere along here, there was a bakery or something.
Yeah.
I remember our team leader traveling somewhere close by, and we would get about 20 baguettes a day because we had bread with every meal. But it was sliced so thin. I remember I was on bread cutting duty one day, and it was like so thin. Never enough food. We all lost weight. In fact, there's a picture, and maybe we'll post it with this video of a group of us. They would throw the leftover pan out, and we would all run to grab extras. A little, as Helena calls it, a little Lord of the Flies-ish, fighting each other for food. Yeah, so maybe that's why I'm crying. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know, maybe if I went to Fort Benning and walked around the halls where I went to basic training when I was 17, maybe I'd have the same reaction.
I survived. Actually, the time here was amazing. It was beautiful. And we camped at the foothills of the French Alps for 10 weeks.
Pretty neat. In that chateau.
Well, next to that chateau. We were always a little jealous and a little peeved at our leaders who got lodging in the chateau.
Aha, there it is. There it is. It's coming out now.
Not sure where, because maybe it must have been the first floor. Maybe the first floor was partially done when we got here, because reading about it online, the Barons family had a living relative here until 1980. And in 1984, it was turned over to Open Door Ministries, who then made it a spot for, at first, free camping. And so the family that was working it when we got here 10 years later in 94 had been working at renovation for that time. So when we got here, it was 10 years into the renovation. The new owners came here about 13 years ago. So about 15 years after the initial handover, right?
Yeah, and she said the gentleman said.
Well, 15 years after we were here.
Yeah.
Which is about 20 years after the initial handover.
And the gentleman said about 90% of the work that they personally did was in the farm building, which we would call an outbuilding or a barn. They call it the ferme, le ferme. And about 10% of the work was in the chateau, which means that in that intervening 15 years, the chateau had been finished. Like, all the rooms are painted or wallpapered.
They updated the bathrooms.
It's got a, I don't want to say shabby chic, but it's got like a, it's definitely not a finely appointed chateau.
They've gone to yard sales and whatever to
the rooms are
it.
packed full of old cool
furniture.
stuff, yeah. But it's not like it's not, you're not walking into Versailles.
You're not walking into 16th century pieces.
Yeah.
But when we were here, the farm building was not renovated at all. It was all storage except for a kitchen.
Yeah. It was totally farm
It was
building.
except for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we ate our meals on the lawn outside, not even at tables, just on the ground. Occasionally, if it was raining, we would be able to do a meal in the kitchen. But the way the kitchen is now, it's a gourmet restaurant grade kitchen. But back then there was 2 long tables that could fit us to eat if it was raining, and we could only eat in there if it was raining.
Pretty crazy.
And I'm pretty sure there was a stove and some kind of oven, and I think it was like a tabletop convection oven. But our leader used to make cinnamon rolls on Sunday morning.
Oh, nice.
Of course, never enough for us to have 2. Only 1 each.
How many campers were there?
I think there was 24
Here, come in,
kids,
come in the shade.
2 college leaders, and 2 adult leaders. I think.
Like 30 people roughly.
Yeah, about 30 people.
That's
I was count off number 20. I think Helena was count off 21. And I can't remember how many more were after us. But
oh, here we are. Walking back up. Yeah, so our window is the second from the left on the 3rd floor. Just above us is the attic. But it takes a year and a half to walk up the steps to get there because the floors are so tall. Like our ceilings are probably 14 feet, and the bottom floor, the ceilings are probably 20 feet.
and on the right is the apartment of the operators.
Yes, yeah.
And I think they have a couple floors.
And the boys are on the far left, but on the opposite end of the, or opposite side of the house, facing east.
But up on our floor alone, and I haven't explored the 2nd floor, which I think I want to do.
Yeah, we definitely want to do.
There's a library lounge area, and then there's a kitchen, and 2 like areas with tables and chairs for either meetings or food eating, or like, I mean, if the bed and breakfast was fully stocked with people, I wonder if on the 2nd floor is also a kitchen. Like,
I think there's
you could
kitchens
run
everywhere. Yeah.
the breakfast out of there, or
Yeah. You could definitely have 60 people here, no problem. All.
you could have 90 people here.
Yeah.
In fact, the website says facilities for up to 90, and then if people are camping, it's even more.
Yeah.
Which I still think would be so cool if we could get our team back together here next year for our 30th anniversary.
That'd be fun. So thanks for joining us for our little tour. This is our few days at a chateau in eastern France. I keep going back and forth between France and France.
Just say France.
One of the things I've been commenting on our whole trip in Europe is the size of the trees. We just don't have trees like this in Korea that are this old. The Japanese wiped all the trees out in Korea when they annexed it from 1910 to 1939-ish. And they just denuded the land of anything useful. So it's really cool to see such old trees and old buildings. Because everything else was leveled in Korea too. Crazy.
You can see where the pipes used to be. There's notches.
Oh, and this is where you would do your laundry?
Yep.
Get out.
And wash our hair on days we couldn't shower.
Wow. Now it's dry, but how interesting. That's fun. Oh yeah, and here's the entry gate. I didn't get that. Go ahead.
Well, there were 3 stones. And the water ran over top. But I can't remember if we stepped inside. But we also washed our dishes here. We were responsible for washing our own dishes.
What a cool entryway with the 2. Oh look, they have a little garden there. Oh, she was saying that there's a fig tree somewhere right here where they made that jam that we had this morning with figs from the tree. Oh, here are the figs. Ha,
Oh,
that's hilarious. This is the fig tree. Look at these figs in here. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
They're everywhere. Oh, there's one right in front of my face. That's so funny. Yeah, so here are the fig tree. Fig trees. And then this is, again, the gatehouse. This is that convention or meeting room in here where they do group meetings now. Our camper van. God bless the camper van. And I'm loving the bell up so high. That's cool. Huh. Very interesting. I wonder if this is, yeah, that probably had a ring on it. And you would tie a horse here, is my guess. Was that? Oh, yeah, there's
This was the horse stable, right?
Yeah. And this is the hinge for old shutters that are no longer there. We have the exact same hinges on the farm where I grew up. Obviously, these are older. That's okay. There's so many fixtures and different pieces of the architecture here that are similar to the farm where I grew up, including this door. It's like a Dutch barn door.
Which used to come this way.
Yeah, yeah. We had those on the farm. It's cool. The farm is 200 years newer than this place. We've been given access to the laundry machine, which is lovely. So we're doing all our laundry, yeah, for free. So, here we are. Nice. 8 more minutes, we can chill. You want a chair? Oh, there's plenty of, what do you call those clothespins? Plenty of clothespins. So many clotheslines here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our other videos on YouTube.